James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, but when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my guy, stoned out of his mind, Stone. Stone, how you doing today, my guy?
I'm doing great, Royal. Just watched, great game of basketball, a Heat win. Guys just keep stacking wins. Let's keep it going.
Nah, for sure. Also, I'm going to toss it to my guy with the best name of the panel tonight. Rest in piss, Brook Lopez. My boy, Bubble. How you doing today, Bubble?
Fantastic. I can't believe I got to watch Brook Lopez's agenda or whatever streak of absolutely owning our franchise finally end. We put that man in the torture chamber where he belonged tonight.
No, for sure. It was beautiful to watch. Everybody even gave him a little bit of it too. And of course, we pulling up one time, like they call him, the Thunder from Down Under. My boy George. George, how you feeling today?
Rest in piss, Butterball, Fatback Lowry. You are finished, my friend. You are done. Your agenda is over. I don't care what anyone says. He is ass. He's terrible. And Gabe Vincent destroys you in every way possible. And no Dwayne Dedmon. So how can we not be happy tonight?
Man, shout out to the boy from Australia with the Kyle Lowry slender. Unprompted. We appreciate that anytime it's given, George. And of course, rounding out this panel, one time for the one time. Put it up for management. My boy Cain TJ pulling up. Cain TJ, how you feeling today, my guy?
Hey, man, we good, man. We're lovely. The Heat got a dub when I didn't think they would get a dub, and they look good doing it. So you take the wins where you can get them.
Yo, so nobody really thought we were winning this game. It wasn't a thing prior to this. We didn't know whether or not Giannis was playing. Giannis didn't end up playing tonight. I still thought we would lose, but Miami pulled out a 108-102 victory against Milwaukee today. On the back of look, so this, in my opinion, wasn't the Miami Heat team that we've been watching all season. A bunch of guys being out, so it forced us to play a bunch of different guys, and in turn, it was a different team. Bunch of athletic guys, plus to above average defenders out there. A lot of athletes. They got up, they were moving, they were running. Had great games from Gabe Vincent, Bam Adebayo. I thought Jimmy played well, even though he didn't score in bunches. But I don't know. I like what I saw tonight. We start with you tonight, Cain TJ. Tell me your thoughts on the game.
I agree with you. It definitely felt a lot different, man. They played the basketball a lot different. That first quarter was ugly. Don't get me wrong. It was some pathetic hoops going on. And then they started to figure it out. They started to get their rhythm, started to turn them over, turn the Bucks over, get out in transition. It felt like they had a million offensive rebounds. I haven't seen the stats, but my goodness.
They destroyed
Orlando Robinson on the
they out-rebounded them by 30.
Yeah, that it felt like it. Jamal Cain all over the glass. Haywood Highsmith rebounded well. Jimmy rebounded well. Bam rebounded well. I mean, dudes was on the glass getting to it. So it looked really good. The defense didn't fall off a cliff as we have seen this team do countless times. A lot of that had to do with the personnel that was out there. You had multiple good defenders on the floor at the same time. Like I said, it took the offense a minute to figure itself out, but once that defense was leading the offense, they were getting a lot of looks, getting out in transition, man. It was fun. It was fun. And then you saw what happened, they was able to turn the game around, and the Bucks was on their heels the whole time. Poor Brook Lopez, rest in hell. Forget piss. Get him out of here. They said this man is a DPOY. I beg to differ. Max Strus was taking that boy to the rim. They was moving like bro wasn't even down there. I was looking around. I said, he's supposed to be the one y'all crowned? I don't think so. So it was a good game, man. All you could ask for.
No, for sure. Anytime that you get a game like that, you gotta appreciate it, bro. Because a bunch of guys who do not show up normally that pulled through. One of the guy got Alex Sheltman with the $2 dono. He said Chris was out, but you're not gonna put the comment up, Justin? Don't worry about it, I got it, bro. He said Chris was out, but Brooke was still Middleton. You can see yourself to the door. That joke was terrible. I just want to put that out there. You can see yourself out, bro. George, we coming to you.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Telling you, George, we coming to you, bro. Give me your thoughts on the game tonight.
It finally felt like we were playing with high energy today for the first time in a long time. We're actually in the offense flow. We're letting the players do their thing instead of trying to force sets when they weren't supposed to be forced, forcing bad passes, bad turnovers. But it's a matter of actually having the right personnel out there, and we've spoken about it before as well. Having people with actual athleticism and actual a talent for playing instead of just being weighed down. It's such a good feeling to see Vic go off, to see Bam have a good game, to see Gabe destroy everyone. Bro, that is a great comparison. That's going to be a great graphic after the game. But it's perfect. It was actually a great game to watch for the first time in a long, long time where we were actually letting it go. Still couldn't defend the three very well, which was kind of upsetting, but it's the heat killer sort of thing. It's the random scrub heat killer sort of thing. Jordan Nawara, whatever his name is, couldn't miss. That AJ Green, whatever I think his name is, couldn't miss anyone who was taking the three.
Football player.
Sorry?
That's a football player.
I don't know football. I
know you don't know what that sport is. It's oblong ball, playoffs coming up. We'll teach you after. Go ahead, George. Continue.
Okay. No, I'm just happy we're able to scrap out the win as well. It's one of those games where, like, you know what, I'm actually going to feel good about it if we did get the win, which we did. No, Giannis was kind of upsetting because I just knew that Bam was going to go for his throat and actually have an amazing game. But I'm sick of the disrespect towards Bam. I really am. I'm so sick of it. He's being outvoted so far by Nick Claxton and Kyle Kuzma. What in the fuck is that? I don't get that. I just don't understand how that's a thing. And then they're going, Brook Lopez is a more, obvious defensive player of the year than Bam, which is just ridiculous. So I don't know what these comments are. I can't read English half the time.
It's Allen. It's a comparison between Allen Iverson and Gabe Vincent, a mashup for their name, because that's who that boy was tonight. Okay, Namdi, Himdi. Okay, I'm sorry, George. Go ahead. Finish.
It's going to be okay. I don't want to finish it off saying it's going to be the second best win of the weekend because when what's his name, the Finns go up against the Bills and destroy them with Skylar Thompson at QB, it's going to be even more sweet.
Let's go, George!
Lamar Jackson for Tua. That is a great trade. You should take that.
Ooh, you spitting, but don't talk like that before the playoff game now. Okay? We got bigger fish to fry right in front of us right here. Let's go to my boy Bubba. Of course, you guys know his name is Alex, but we have two of them here. So he has a nickname, the other Alex doesn't. We're calling him Bubba from now on. Everybody. You guys in the comments, we up here, everybody calls him Bubba. That's his name. Bubba, give me your thoughts on the game.
If the Heat want to win games, these are the players they need to play. They need to play defense, generate turnovers, be athletic, be energetic, and let Jimmy and Bam try and win games for them offensively. And Herro when he's obviously playing. This is the only way they're going to be able to beat high-level teams, in my opinion, playing defense like this. And that is crack that you're smoking.
Seek help.
Yo, I'm sorry. I had to leave it up here.
No. It startled me. It shook me to my core. And I hope you've consulted friends and family and potentially a pastor before listening like that. I don't enjoy lighting money on fire personally. but everybody's into their own
His
shit.
account must be an absolute all sorts right now.
I want to know what you do for a living where you are allowed to do that.
Yo,
I can't
throw
even
money away? Yo.
Yeah.
That's giving money away. That's charity. He's a philanthropist. That's what he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an intervention.
Yes, bro. Yes. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Maserati. Keep cooking.
But yeah, that was a good win. No Giannis, no Middleton, but Middleton hasn't played in like 50 games. I wasn't expecting him to play. Giannis has played like shit the last 3 games, so I was kind of expecting him to honestly go off against us tonight. And then he didn't end up playing, so I was like, okay. Everyone played well tonight. We actually exposed Brook Lopez for being an absolute traffic cone, Muppet, whatever you want to say, when he's just in the paint, in the pick and roll. It's abuse. He kicks his leg out for every single 3. He needs to go back to the Disney XD commercials. That's all he's got right now with his brother. There is no way that this man is a respectable basketball player, and it just goes to show you how valuable Giannis Antetokounmpo is to the Milwaukee Bucks organization, the whole city, everything. I mean, that team outside of Drew, who's fantastic, who the last few games is getting cooked by everyone, by the way. I don't know what happened to him, but defensively, Gabe Vincent gave him the work tonight. Best point guard performance of the season, easily. Maybe even the last 2 seasons. Serious. I'm being so serious. He controlled the pace. I know we'll get into him, but he controlled the pace of the game, got people in their spots, hit mid-range.
Gabe probably got the top 2 performances because the things that he did to Philadelphia last season were unholy.
He did exactly what a point guard is supposed to do. Manipulate the defense, get guys in their spots, get guys the ball, and let others do their thing and hit your shots when you're called upon. And he did a fantastic job tonight. So that was a really enjoyable Heat win, even though the Milwaukee Bucks were depleted. I don't care. Like that is a good Heat win. And they are putting together a decent stretch right now that you just have to, like, they are. This, like, we were talking about tanking and things like that. They're clearly not doing that, and they are back into the fold as at least a respectable team when Bam Adebayo continues to be better than your favorite player. If this league completely reset right now and there was a fantasy draft, there are definitely some players I would take over Bam, Luka, Tatum, the standard. But if you're building a franchise for the next 10 years, there's really only a handful of guys I'm taking over Bam Adebayo. What he does defensively can't be said enough. What he does offensively now is he's the best scorer on the team, and he's the most important player on the team, and he's the most important player in the franchise, and it's not close. And Kyle Kuzma should never, ever, 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 ever be ranked ahead of him in anything that's positive, at least. It should never. And if he doesn't make the All-Star game, I think it's one of the biggest failures in the NBA, in the history of the NBA. Like, the whole voting system must be revoked and changed if he does not make an All-Star team.
Blame the Heat if he doesn't do that.
No, I don't blame the Heat. Like, I blame the Heat partially because they have not done a good job. They promote Tyler Herro infinitely more than they do Bam Adebayo, and he's a way better player. I think Maserati brings up a good point in terms of Bam's importance. I've heard things, and I'm starting to come around. Bam has usurped Jimmy Butler as the best player on this team, and I don't really care how people feel about that. I'm rocking with that, bro. Bam is a better player than Jimmy Butler at this point in their careers. They wanted an all-male panel today. Sorry, guys. That is absolutely not what happened.
Count.
Straight up. Listen, first of all, she did. I don't even want to get sexist on here, but let me do it for 1 quick second, y'all. Just forgive me, bro. I'm not sexist. I'm married, and I enjoy my wife. But she did what a lot of women do. When I actually wanted to be on the show tonight, she told me maybe. And then Maserati was like, yeah, I'm in. So I was like, just get out. Maserati, you in. And so now that's where that came from. These are facts. I got screenshots. I'll put them shits up. I don't even give a fuck. Just being real. Just I might be on there versus I will be on there. 2 different things, Jess. That's just what happened. All right, Stone, we haven't heard you talk in 13 minutes, which might be a blessing, but we're going to figure it out right now. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on tonight's game.
Man, my thoughts are Mickey's going to have to call the accountant. He might have to get some yachts together. I don't know how much the shipping is going to be to pack this man's fat ass up out of here, but it's time to get Kyle Lowry gone. I don't want to see him anymore. They played such beautiful basketball without him tonight. I forgot what it was like to watch Jimmy and Bam play basketball without Kyle Lowry. It's just special. They can play so much faster. When they all get down there and have to wait for Kyle Lowry to get set, then all that happens is they run a set for Tyler Herro. It's dribble, 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 step back, shoot. And, like, they just run that to death. And there's nights where Tyler's hot and there's nights where he isn't. And that's pretty much what we've been watching all season. Tonight, we didn't have that. Tonight, we just had athletes running out in space. And when someone helped off to cover one of those athletes, they passed to an open shooter and they got a shot. But where they won the game was in the paint. They were making such a big deal about that on the broadcast. I think with 6 minutes left, it was 48-14 in the paint. I mean, that was just special basketball we watched tonight, and I want more of it. And whoever we got to send out of town to make that happen, to facilitate that, to get more of this out of the guys that we have,
Andy
I'm with
Ellsberg.
it. Let's get rid of everyone.
Whoa, now. Whoa. Y'all will not pack up the mean green eating machine, Andy Ellisberg, on this show. First of all, math is hard. Okay, I just want to put that out there, and he good at it. So we're going to keep that boy right where he at. Stone, continue to cook.
Yeah, I really want to see us get more size. I mean, that was like the story tonight. It's not that we won with size. It's just that their bigs looked so gassed from playing off this back-to-back, and we were able to take such advantage on the boards because of that. And I think that's where we can really start to win games, is if we can get another big that can play alongside this new and improved Bam, who can maybe space the floor a little bit, like a Mo Bamba, a Miles Turner. I'm willing to send whoever it takes to facilitate that, because for this team to go anywhere, it's going to have to be, as you're saying, Bam 1A, solid Jimmy helping off of that, and then let's get spacing around that so that those guys' lives are easier. And let's also help them on defense with more size instead of running 6'5" Caleb Martin out there to get bullied around.
So I think what we saw tonight it wasn't so much like spacing and all that shit as it was like Spo had no choice but to put 5 hoopers at a time on the court. Like they were not playing NBA basketball tonight. I don't want anybody to get it confused. Like, this game was good, but it wasn't good hoops being played. Like, it wasn't good NBA basketball. It was just hooping, and that's what led to them being the offensive rebounds. Having more athletic motherfuckers on the floor so that they would be Jamal Cain never stops moving. He never stops moving, and that generated energy for the team. That generated offensive rebounds. Go ahead.
And you know what was a blessing? He played 21 minutes to Haywood Highsmith's 23 minutes. It would have been even more beautiful if it was flipped around. But I was like, for a good 10 minutes, I was watching the game tonight, and I said, there's no Haywood Highsmith on the court. Oh, God is blessing me right now.
Listen, first of all, that boy Haywood Highsmith should be ashamed of himself for being that boy needs to go. But TJ, I want to get into individual players because I do want to talk about Gabe. I want to give him his flowers. But I want to stick to that point about, like, this team looks so much better when Spo had no choice but to put hoopers out there instead of, like, being forced to play the Duncan Robinsons, the Tyler Herros, the Kyle Lowrys. Like, what was it about what he was able to do tonight that kind of changed what we were looking at as a team?
Yeah, it's really out of necessity, They just didn't have their guy. Really, they was mainly missing Tyler Herro and Caleb Martin. Let's be honest, because Kyle.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Caleb Martin would have fit in with this group. Tyler
exactly.
Herro, I found myself at points in the game being like, I really wish this wasn't Max. This was Tyler with this lineup. Like,
exactly, man.
Yeah.
Exactly, and those are the type of things that can get me excited, right? Because you just got a bunch of high energy dudes, bro. You got a bunch of Derrick Jones Juniors. You got your Rodney Magruders. You feel me? You got your James Ennis. Like, these are the type of guys that the Miami Heat have thrived with. You feel me? That's their bag for real. So, well, you got a point. But yeah, these are the type of players that the Heat thrive with, bro. Just get athletes, guys with high energy who just out there and just hustle and just play really hard, man. And you get the type of production that you got tonight. Now you want to make that experience a lot better. You want to, bring that together. And then you add in Tyler Herro, who's going to get you out when you in these lulls offensively. You throw Tyler into that. Now we cooking a little bit. Okay. We get Caleb Martin, now we get the perfect blend. He's shooting great from the 3-point line this year. Okay, he got the athleticism, and he's better than like a Jamal Cain and a Haywood Highsmith. So boom, you bring him into that, and it's we got something here. And then if we can get a real point guard, and maybe we can get somebody who can play next to Bam Adebayo, all of a sudden you keep those guys, those same guys, those Jamal Cains, you keep the Haywood Highsmith.
They will playmaking today now.
Hey, come on.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that too loud. Now
I don't want. Hey, we gonna talk about him because I feel something in my spirit. Not a nigga. It ain't that, but I feel something about something. Come on now, Roy. Seriously, man, y'all got the Heat got something. Tonight it's just one game against a team who was missing a bunch of their players. But
2/3 of their offense.
Yes. But
let's be perfect. Giannis is a humongous part of what they do. So I don't want tonight to fool nobody into thinking we're gonna do this again when we play them next. He gonna play.
Oh no.
It's gonna be different.
We talking about strictly vibes, energy, you feel me, and hustle. Playing hard. That's it. Tonight. That's it. You feel me? So we want to keep that part of it. And I think you can moving forward. Just don't. Haywood Highsmith is the worst offensive basketball player I've ever seen a day in my life. My God.
How does he have an NBA contract?
Bro, big air balls, bro. Big air balls.
Come on, bro. I saw him take 2 shots in one possession. Oh my God. Bro, motherfuck me, bro. That's right, bro. I was finished. Look, God bless him. God bless him for getting this cash. You know what I mean? I don't never want to
shout out to the black man getting.
Shout out to the black man to the black man getting his bag. But hey, brother,
for basketball ain't your calling. Defense, but offense, my brother.
Come on, bro. This ain't it. First of all, George, I like that name, bro. I think that is muy magnificent. Kangaroo. I think that shit is perfect. But I do want you to talk about the difference in what we did tonight. Like, we play athletes tonight instead of like pure basketball players. And I want you to talk about that dynamic and how, like, why we feel like it looks that much better like tonight.
When we force offense, we see it the entire season. We see the fact that when we play the Duncan Robinsons, it feels like it's out of an agenda towards the front office, trying to get them, the trade value up, trying to get something out of them. The Dewayne Dedmons, we've already paid him $7 million. He's the backup center. Try to play him. Even though we had perfectly good Orlando Robinson, they were still playing Dedmon at every chance they got. When you have guys like Tyler Herro who demand such a high amount of the offense and takes a lot of what these players should be doing on the court and then nullifies it to nearly nothing. I'm not saying Tully is a bad player. No, he can actually carry the offensive load when he's good. But that's the big reason between pushing him off the bench and getting him starting is the fact that he's going to see way more of the ball. He's now an offensive threat. He's now the number one option when he's on the floor, when he's on there. When you take that out, you're left with a bunch of guys who can really actually scrap together wins and scrap together results and move away from just forcing threes. Our 3-point shooting this year has been abysmal.
Like 3-point shooting this game was terrible.
It's always going to be the same. For some reason, it's just not clicking right now.
We shot 26% tonight from 3.
It's arse, and I've seen us shoot 18%, and it was still arse. And it's one of those things that like you got to move away from. So when you take out the Duncan Robinsons, Tyler Herros, the Dewayne Dedmon 3 chuck up threes from the top of the key every single time, it sucks. But in bright news, we outscored them by 40 points in the paint. We scored 58 paint points today. And it just gives you that energy boost when you see Bam running down the lane and watching defenders get the fuck out of the way. They're not even going to contest him. Even Brook Lopez is like, I've already lost my agenda, but I'm not about to lose my life today. Like, that is not happening. When he runs the paint and they get that bucket, it puts the entire arena, the whole bench. I love the travel. Give me Giannis does it every single open dunk. That is 5 steps.
That was 3 steps. That Bam only took 3.
Giannis does 5.
Yeah. Okay.
And crosses half court. But it's one of those things where once the team gets involved and actually plays together as an actual unit, you see when we actually get to play proper defense as well. And that's a massive thing. Without energy, defense is ours. Not before the trade deadline, my guy.
We're gonna take that down.
The Mavericks are sniffing. The Mavericks are sniffing. All right.
Hey, you too loud.
Yeah. Relax. Keep talking about what you were talking about before.
We should start Jamare Booyah and then actually trade him to the Mavericks as well.
Okay, so George has said everything that he want to say tonight. I want my boy Bubba to talk about the way we played tonight, like the players that we had on the court, how that impacted the way Bam was able to play. Because to me tonight, Bam looked faster. Like it's like a lot of times, Bam is always fast, but tonight, particularly against Brook Lopez, Bam looked faster tonight, and I think that was in part because of the guys that were around him and the speed that they were playing at. Before you talk, I want to thank JGB Respect for the 199. Don't know. He said first W in the arena. That name is terrible. I still heard them call it FTX.com or some shit tonight on the broadcast. Like, bro, we don't know what that arena called, bro. So just don't waste your time with all that, bro. They just played basketball somewhere. And let's be happy with that. Bubba, I want you to talk about this lineups tonight, effect on Bam tonight.
The Miami Heat trusted athletes to win an athletic competition tonight. And honestly, that's just the bare minimum I can ask. We can call Duncan Robinson and Strus players, basketball players versus athletes. They're just specialists. Just because they fit into a system, the system is shitty when they don't hit their threes. Duncan doesn't even get an opportunity to hit his threes anymore. He's so bad defensively. Strus has his nights, hot, cold, as a shooter does. This is a more consistent way to win basketball games, in my opinion. Trusting athletes in a professional sports environment has a higher chance of working out your way than trusting unathletic, streaky, inconsistent specialists that obviously the three-point shot is a huge part of the game, but it's just not working. It's just not. And Bam Adebayo is an athlete first and foremost. Before he is a high-level basketball player, he is a high-level athlete. And playing towards his strengths and not his weaknesses surprisingly goes well. I don't know how that hasn't been calculated before, but surrounding Bam with other high-flying, high-energy basketball players. We always ask, if we just had 5 Bams. Well, let's try. Let's start with the mold. Let's start with the fit. We're like, let's just try to have 5 Bam Adebayos, and then we throw Max Strus out there. It's just that's not mathematically or scientifically, spiritually possible for that to happen. So every single way, shape, and form is just not possible. So continue. And again, Jamal Cain was good tonight. He won't be good every night, but Bam Adebayo will be consistent, and I think energy and high pace and fast play.
I'm sorry, bro. I gotta cut you off when Jimmy Butler talking in, bro. First of all, y'all see the best player on the Miami Heat pulling up to the basement one time. The boy Jimmy Butler. He said, "I'm gonna get Kyle off the team." You said but I know what you meant, Jimmy. We appreciate you, big dog. Do that. We need that. You see, Gabe.
You my hero, Jimmy. Thank you.
No, the dick eating is crazy.
Generational. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, Jimmy, I ain't gonna hold you. If y'all keep playing like this, I'm gonna pack your ass up. I ain't gonna fuck with you. I'm just telling you, to your face, I gotta be a man to say it to you. But Bubba, I know you were still cooking, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
I just want to leave on this little nugget. We'll get to it later. But I just have to say, it's just weighing really hard on my chest like a 50-pound dumbbell. The most important players on the Miami Heat ranked in order. Number 1, Bam Adebayo.
Mm-hmm.
Gap. Number 2, Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Smaller gap. Number 3 is Victor Oladipo. He is the 3rd most important player on this team. He impacts winning basketball more than Tyler Herro does. On Victor Oladipo's best night, he is a better all-around basketball player than Tyler Herro. Victor Oladipo is a more natural playmaker than Tyler Herro is. We can suck off Tyler Herro, do whatever you want about his passing ability this year. Victor Oladipo, his passing tonight, we're not even going to talk about the 8 assists, effortless. But when Tyler Herro gets 8 assists and goes 1 from 7 from 3, we freak the fuck out and say he was worth the money. Victor Oladipo has, if anyone has saved this season, again, it's not fully saved because we're not a top 4 seed, we're not winning a championship, but made this team from a laughingstock in the NBA with no cap space, nothing going for them right now, to at least a somewhat respectable position where we can talk at the trade deadline about making a move to 100% get back into that conversation is because of Victor Oladipo. This season became respectable when he came back from injury. What he does on both ends of the floor is incredible. He has been, in a lot of moments, a better defender than Jimmy Butler has been. In a lot of moments, he has been. And now, offensively, he is more consistently offensively this year than he has been any of the times he's been a part of the Miami Heat. And I was the person who said there's absolutely a 0% chance that Victor Oladipo can come back and save this season. He's trying his best. Him and Herro should be the starting backcourt, even if Kyle Lowry isn't moved. They work well together, and the biggest thing that Victor Oladipo has changed is closing games, close games, because Tyler Herro this year has hit 2 game winners against 2 terrible teams, and one of them was a travel. But he has given up over the course of this entire year so many fourth quarter points because it is not hard to break down the Heat defense when he's out there, and when you need a bucket at the end of the game, the opposing team is going at Tyler Herro. They're not going at Victor Oladipo. I'm not saying Herro shouldn't close, but he needs to close with Victor Oladipo. Herro needs to be the only poor defender on the floor at the end of games for this to work. And I'm not usually the Heat positivity guy, but Victor Oladipo is showing me enough right now to where I see the Miami Heat, if they make a move for Kyle Lowry and add a 4 that is next to Bam, nobody would like to see a closing lineup of Depot, Herro, Jimmy Butler, insert power forward here, Bam Adebayo. That final 5 in a close game with 5 minutes left in any playoff game can go with any single 5 in the East. Our bench versus the Celtics bench, totally gets you. Milwaukee overall depth, totally gets you. But the final 5 right there, that formula with a good power forward, in my opinion, puts you with everybody else. And it's not a knock on Herro. He's the 4th most important player on the team. But in just terms of impact winning, we do not ever win in spite of Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo only helps this team. He does not hurt this team. So that's just all I'm saying. And it's a good thing because Victor Oladipo is getting paid no money. Has dealt with a lot of injuries. And this man, you have to give him credit, refuses to quit, refuses to back down, and just comes back, works, and shows us something yet again. And this man needs to be starting and closing games. And I just hope he doesn't get hurt, because he's absolutely cooking.
No, my friend, I would like to correct you on the one last thing that you said. You were absolutely cooking. I'm not going to hold you, Bubba. I was locked in. I was hanging on every word. You know what I mean? It was just Gordon Ramsay on the track one time. First of all, Bubba, clap to you. Because beautiful, eloquent, you know what I mean? Chef's kiss out here. Thank you, somebody with the $2 dono. He said, Gabe, Depot, PG combo. Lowry can sit next to Duncan. Hey, who am I to argue with your $2? That's all I'm saying. Who am I to argue with your $2? Stone, I want to let you cook on Bam a little bit too. My boy, how do you feel? How did you feel like this athletic lineup impacted Bam's game on tonight's game?
Yeah, so it was funny. I've been stuck on that 5 Bam lineup comment, and I've been thinking about times where the Heat have been I mean, no disrespect about this because Bam's 101, but they've had some times where it was I'm trying to think, Bam, Iguodala, Jimmy, Derek Jones Jr., and insert a 5th player and I hated those lineups, but tonight just had a different feel to it. I don't know if it was the element of Gabe Vincent's presence being there and him kind of just trying to play pure hooper basketball, one-on-one, take his man. It'd be cool if that could be what Tyler did on a consistent basis and just kind of playing off the other guys, but he just gets too streaky in that position, and Gabe was just on one tonight. It was just kind of him and Javon Carter were really feeling each other back and forth. But the story of the game is Bam Adebayo. That's why the Heat won this game. Bam Adebayo doesn't play in this game, and they don't win this game. When they were down early, the only reason they got back in the game was because he took over. He was showing off everything tonight. When he saw Brook Lopez, he went deep in the bag. I saw him go and step back. He had Euros going. I mean, it was. He had
a jumper from outside the paint tonight. It wasn't only dotted line tonight against Brook. It felt like something personal was going on with Bam versus Brook. Just want to put that out there.
Absolutely. And it was like you could probably fill a room with posters from tonight just because he was going nuts. Like, I mean, he got busy and I really liked that stretch. It was like the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter before he came out in the fourth quarter where he just took over and he didn't let them have a third quarter at the end of that third quarter because they were kind of trading buckets back and forth. Nora hit a couple of shots. Javon Carter hit like a step back three, and all of a sudden they're kind of creeping back and trading blows, and Bam just kept pushing the ball, pushing the pace, getting to the rim, stepping back, making nice moves. It was just nice. He had it all. He finished strong and he finished with touch. It was just a really beautiful thing to watch tonight.
For sure. And I loved Bam. Somebody said Tyler had 41 this year and DPOY had 40 last year. That's facts. Like, I don't really want to compare Tyler to Vic, but Bubba's rant, like, I know, like, Bam was fantastic tonight. And Victor Oladipo's stats were not what everybody, but his impact is kind of what Bubba was talking about. And that has been underrated. And I never thought about it, but I think I agree with you when I say his play was the turning point in a lot of like kind of how we felt about this team, where it was like, we know they weren't going to tank, but some of us thought they wouldn't be able to help it. He makes them feel respectable. And TJ, I know that bag deep, my brother. I know that Cain Day agenda is agendaing. I want you to talk about Vic, man, in whatever context that you want to talk about. In this game, his impact on the season, his play overall, however you want to take that, bro. I just want you to talk about Vic and what he's meant to Miami's basketball this year.
I kind of think of Vic like this. He is last year Tyler Herro, like, off the bench, right? How big Tyler Herro was for this team when he came into games and he was just lighting stuff up. You feel me? And he was like that energy boost that, you feel me, when it felt like the offense was dying, insert Tyler Herro here, and then all of a sudden everything feels all right. You're closing with him. Everything is great. I feel like Vic is the same thing, right? Except when Vic comes in, it's like, okay, here come the defense, you know, and the defense is leading to offense and he brings energy. And now his offense is coming together to where he's now that guy to where he comes, because we're having the same conversations now about Vic that we had about Tyler. Like, oh, maybe he should start, you know, because those are the type of conversations we was having last year, you know. Oh, he brings to the team. Look at him when he's going to close anyway.
I wasn't having those conversations. I liked him where he was.
Well, we know.
I want to make my stance clear. I would like him back there.
But still, it was like, oh, if he's playing, when he's playing with the starters, it looks really good. You know, him and Jimmy are, when they play together, and him and Ben, like, we was having these same type of conversations. Except so now when Vic gets in there and now he's getting his legs under him and he's starting to put everything together, the playmaking is there. The three ball is starting to get there. I still think he takes in a ridiculous amount, and his shot selection is, boy, do it need some work. But like, he drove left multiple times. Hey, like something is happening here. Something is going on. So hey, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Vic. I don't know if I'm all the way there on the trusting him and Gabe to be the point guard duo. I am not there yet. There's so much up and down with these boys because when Victor Oladipo ain't on offensively, and if Gabe ain't on offensively,
it can get ugly.
It gets ugly fast. You feel me? So I don't know if I'm all the way there, but it's working right now. And we take games like this. Vic is looking very consistent. Gabe, you still got to show me something because you've been hot garbage half the year. But yeah, I agree with Teru. Vic is a closer 100%. I think he's reached that territory to where he should close over Lowry 100%. I doubt they do it because it's the Miami Heat and, you know, they love the Dickie. But I think Vic should should close over Kyle.
I think I've been there for a while. Like, for Vic to close, because what Vic does defensively outweighs what Kyle does in totality. Like, I don't care what Kyle does. Vic's defense is more valuable to this team in the way it's constituted. Because sometimes we need Tyler Herro on the floor. Victor Oladipo helps us keep Tyler Herro on the floor. Kyle Lowry does not do that for us. And so I want to make sure that I keep that in perspective. George, I want to get your perspective on your thoughts on Victor Oladipo. I don't really want to give anybody, I don't really want to tie anybody down to a particular question.
He's going to be one of the first people to get Defensive Player of the Year, a new deal, and a record deal, all in the same year. It's more important than the gold medal. That guy's actually going to make it. I was talking mad shit about him before the start of the season. And it was more directed to the front office, not recognizing player injuries, not sustaining player talent like that. You know, they have a great knack of actually taking players with injury pasts and maximizing them. Don't ever say that name ever again. That was insanity.
First of all, shout out to Tyler Herro. Congratulations to you and your lady friend on the new bundle of joy. Being a parent is not easy. Adding another one to that legacy is even harder. But I wish you well on those endeavors, bro. Outside of basketball, but I really don't give a fuck what happens outside of basketball. I only care about what happens on the court. But we did want to congratulate you on your new bundle of joy, bro. Much love and much success to you on that. Go ahead, George. Continue to cook.
Yeah, I was saying before, I'll pick up where I left off. The Heat maximize players that have deep injury pasts. It happens all the time. And I'm sitting here going, is Victor Oladipo another one of those stories where, he's just beyond return? Or is this going to be the time we're not going to be able to bring a player, back from the injury depths? But it happened again because Victor Oladipo, when we bought him, when we traded for him, wait a minute,
hold on, wait a fucking minute now, George.
I thought we bought him out of his contract. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he went.
No. That ain't what you said. You said when we bought him. I guess you know what I mean. When you're talking about black people, especially black people named Cain, you know what I mean, George. It just talk to me nice, Cain, Justin in that background. You think we finna just let that ride? You buying motherfuckers on you buying black people out here, George? That's what you're doing out here on the street. Often how you ain't red as a tomato out here, George. First, you bought. Go ahead. Talk about the purchase. Where did you buy?
When we traded and when we acquired Victor Oladipo
that ain't what
from
you said before.
The Houston Rockets.
Paid
from the Houston Rockets,
like property. George.
We intended for him to be a starting caliber person,
back in slavery when they had my folks in shackles.
Don't get angry at me.
I do not
get a contract somewhere else. Get angry at him. Don't get angry at me.
Listen, George. I'm just telling you. I don't know him. I know George, and I know what George just said. I'm sorry I'm doing this to you on this stream, George. I should not be, because you are a great person, and you are not like the things that I'm finna paint you as for the rest of this stream, because you say you buy black people. But you did say that you buy black people, and I want to make sure that everybody on this panel and in this audience knows that is egregious. No. You don't buy black people, George.
Do I continue? What do I do now? Do I just mute and just wait?
No.
Am I in timeout?
You're allowed to speak.
When we traded and acquired Victor Oladipo's talents to the Miami Heat,
there we go.
We picked him up to be a player that could come and make an impact straight away. It was one of those things that we needed scoring, and he was doing that. We needed facilitating. He was showing great playmaking and good ball handling. He could defend as well. When we bought him and when we purchased him and then and expected him to play all these minutes, and then he got injured 4 games in, and then he had his rehab process. It failed. He came back. He got injured again. He came back. He got injured again, and then he was supposed to come back in January last year, and then got injured again. So I thought it was it. I said we should have traded him out for Jordan Clarkson at the start of the season and cut our losses. But he has looked to be a fantastic player, and he's going to continue proving that for the rest of the season as well. Hopefully, he can stay healthy for a few for a few more seasons as well. Hopefully, he gets that deal. I don't know what his contract negotiations are looking like, but he's got 1 more year left after this, So let's see how much we're gonna have to pay to keep him back.
I ain't gonna lie, George, I thought I called you racist. I really wasn't paying attention to what you were saying because I felt like somebody was trying to throw me a lob and I missed it. Relaxing music, you know what I'm saying? My boy, my guy, I must apologize. You know what I'm saying? This is a failure on my part.
Hero to Haslem.
Come on, man. When you lob it up like that, I'm supposed to catch it. But you know what I mean? This is going to be a fair transition, but I appreciate you for the efforts. So we want to thank the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, and that is Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure that you email them or give them a call today and tell them that the Basement sent you. Email our guy James Poe at jpoe@simplehealthadvisors.com or give them a call at 321-345-7738. We appreciate James Poe. We appreciate Relaxing Music for throwing me the lob. And we also appreciate the people over at Simple Health Advisors for sponsoring our network. Want to thank somebody with the $2 dono. He said, Lowry don't get up for games, only the buffet line. First of all, I'm cool with Lowry not playing basketball games. If we're going to get Gabe playing like this, then I think that we should be good. I don't think we spent enough time on Gabe. So, Bubba, I want to toss you Gabe Vincent, and I want you to talk about his game tonight. I'm sorry, bro. I'm faded a little bit, bro. This ain't water in this cup. Just gonna say
that. Gabe Vincent is the best point guard on the roster, if you don't consider Victor Oladipo a point guard. He proved it tonight. I don't know why he's been in and out of the rotation. I know he struggled to find his shot, you know, what typically happens with undrafted players. So I'm not surprised there. But he, out of all the dudes that we could maybe extend, really just him and Strus, I would still pick him. I know at the beginning of the year, Strus was like kind of on fire. And I was like, well, if he's going to shoot like Duncan shot did that year, I mean, can't lose him for nothing. Got to figure something out. I would still move both of them and get something back. But Gabe to me is a playoff player. Like he plays defense. And when his shot is falling, it's really hard to keep him off the floor. And if both your point guards are going to have bad shooting nights, I'd rather Gabe's defense there than Lowry's. I also think Gabe makes a lot of right decisions. I don't think he turns the ball over too much. I like all the shots he takes. I don't think he's ever forcing something. And I often find that Lowry forces a lot of threes and forces a lot of look-ahead passes or whatever it might be. And he's just bad, period. Like, he's just not good. The team is 6-1 without Kyle Lowry. They play better when he's not there. Every analytic tells you that. Every basketball mind, every human being. Like, if you have two sets of eyes and you're watching the Miami Heat play, you can tell that they're better without Kyle Lowry. Like, it's plain. And I think when Depot isn't being the main point guard, Gabe Vincent should be that. And he had the best point guard performance of the year. You also talked about the Philadelphia game. I just think he's been really, really solid. And maybe because of his off year that he's had and struggling to find the rotation, you could extend him to a really reasonable contract versus at the end of last year, he was really crucial. And I agreed, well, if you pay him a lot of money, he's got to live up to it 100%. But right now, like I would not mind extending Gabe Vincent. I definitely think they should move off of Strus because of that. But if you're not going to extend Gabe, you need to capitalize on his value. You have to move him. You can't lose him for nothing. But I really loved his game tonight. He was one of the biggest reasons why they won tonight, obviously, outside of Bam. And again, his defense is better than Lowry's, and he really knows how to manipulate the defense. He's only gotten better each and every year. Like, every single time I see Gabe Vincent, I feel like he only makes smarter decisions, only tries harder on defense, and I don't think he takes any bad shots or has any bad takes. I think he does a great job of finding the open shot late in the shot clock. He doesn't really stress late in the shot clock either. I just think he's a very true, natural point guard, and he can be my backup point guard any day of the week.
I would advise you to go back and watch that OKC game. Gabe was horrific. I just want to put look, he was great tonight, but when you're talking about starting Gabe Vincent, understand that OKCs will happen. You know what I mean? He was terrible in that game. He was good tonight. Not gonna lie to y'all, I'm kind of ready to wrap up this show because I got to piss because I'm drunk. But I do want to let everybody get an opportunity to kind of give their closing thoughts on this game, just kind of summarize anything that we didn't get a chance to go to. Stone, we'll talk to you first. Anything that we didn't get to tonight that you wanted to get to on this game in particular?
Yeah, I can't really hold y'all. I disagree with so much. I think Vic is such a bad basketball player. He's so good on the defensive end, but And also, I'm not extending anyone on this team. I'm acting like I don't have a single dollar left. Someone's going to have to come rip the fucking lock off the vault and take the money from me. They're gonna have to play that good to get a contract for me because this team's not that good. Why am I going to? Yeah, Orlando Robinson. I was gonna say Orlando Magic Robinson because I want to send him to the Magic and get Mo Bamba back. I want to sell high on these guys. Like, think about all these guys we've had over the last decade. We keep all of them. We're so sentimental. We fall in love. We sign all of them to the extension, and they're just such bad basketball players. We get tricked every time. They're not drafted for a reason. They don't have talent. They just play really hard. And in the NBA, you play a lot of teams that don't play really hard. And when you play really hard and you have a good coach, you can surprise yourself with just stupid results sometimes. And we always end up paying these guys. And it's just, I want to let them go. I want to be sorry that we let one of them go away. I want to say, man, Max Strus was the one that got away. Gabe Vincent, look at him. He turned out to be Steph Curry. Let's just get him out of here. I want them all gone. I'm not extending anyone. I'm building around Bam. I'm keeping Jimmy because I'm sentimental too. And that's all I got.
I fucks with that though, Stone. Like, not all of it. I ain't gonna hold you, but I fucks with the idea that, you know what I mean, we have become too sentimental. We hold on to players a lot longer, and it feels like we're falling into that trap again. Like the guys when they played tonight, a lot of them got me. Jamal Cain, he got me. I'm not gonna hold you. Orlando Robinson, he's got me a couple of games. I get it, but Stone, if you ever for 1 second in your life believe that I won't pack these motherfuckers up immediately, you have lost your godforsaken mind. I will trade every bitch on this team to get who I want in this motherfucking building, okay? But don't try me like that, Stone. But I will agree with you that sometimes when they play like this, we get a little caught up in the moment. It's okay. We're human. We can do that. We're going to go to Bubba next. Bubba, anything that we didn't get to tonight that you wanted to get to?
Adam Barai of this network had a very interesting tweet about Davis Bertans.
Adam Barai dick eating will not be tolerated. I'm just not.
No, it's not. It's just he put out some information that the Heat are talking about Tim Hardaway Jr., Davis Bertans, potentially Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry getting off this team.
Sure.
There's a very realistic way for the Heat to get back into the championship contention in terms of being in the conversation. And I would love to trade for Brandon Ingram, Kevin Durant, but let's just keep it realistic. Make the trade with Dallas. Get Tim Hardaway here, Tim Hardaway Jr., Davis Bertans at the 4. Don't come at me. We've talked about Davis Bertans, and if we make this trade, I want a personal 30-minute YouTube video of me breaking down Davis Bertans' film so I can tell everyone how good this man would be next to Bam.
You getting a raise.
But anyway, get Tim Hardaway here, start him at the 2, start Vic at the 1, kick Herro back to the bench, win a fucking championship. Is that simple?
Yo, first off,
simple?
You sound crazy as fuck.
Depot at the 1, Hardaway Jr. at the 2, Jimmy at the 3, Bertans at the 4, Bam at the 5. Herro as a 6th man off the bench. Thank you. I'll see you on Biscayne Boulevard.
Bucks in 5. George, we come here. Anything that we didn't get to tonight that you wanted to get to? Maxi Kleber better. I fucks with that now. I like Maxi Kleber.
I honestly was going around the same direction. Like Mike Soto has been discussing the fact that we've been interested in 2 players over the last few weeks. It's been Bojan Bogdanovic and now Zach LaVine. If you don't think that Gabe Vincent and Tyler Herro and these players, the Struses, wouldn't be on the first plane out of here if Zach LaVine was on the board, you're crazy. Pat Riley will finally fire up his 1930s automobile. He'll pump it up and shit before he goes. He'll take him to the airport himself.
Paddle his feet.
It's one of those ones where you have to remove the whole top and then wind it from the front just to get it to start running. He will take them there himself. We love these players, but we can't overreact. Like I said, we only won by 6 against a team without their 2 best players. Sorry. 2 out of their 3 best players. But I don't know. I would rather have Zach LaVine, who, by the way, is averaging 36 in the last 5 games, with shooting over 50% from 3 as well.
No, people don't want Zach LaVine. His knees are bad.
Dwayne Wade's knees were bad, and look how good he was.
I'm just telling you what Twitter says, bro. I just read Twitter and then come on here and talk about what I read on Twitter.
Dedmon's whole kid is bad. That guy is it's cracked. He's horrible. Can we actually trade him? Would that actually be on the board?
Who?
Would a team actively look to go, you know what? Just chuck Dwayne Dedmon in there?
I was the only person who saw Davis.
No.
Is anyone? I'm just saying, like, if the Mavericks are gonna, if we sell them Lowry and Strus and you know, we put Dedmon in there, you reckon they'll notice? Who's this D Dedmon at the bottom? We'll take him. We don't know who he is. We'll take him.
Hey, you know what? That'll be the funniest shit ever for the Heat to like slide Dwayne Dedmon in a trade, hoping that motherfucker
They're gonna have to play it. It's just Lowry, and then it's like, who the fuck are you?
Wait, where did you come from? That shit would be hilarious.
Didn't they trade Myers Leonard? Didn't they sneak him into a trade? I think they traded him.
That's some Whiteside trade.
Built around him. No, Myers Leonard was in the Trevor Ariza trade.
That's right.
Go ahead, TJ. What didn't we get to tonight that you want to get to? 1 minute. Okay, my bad.
Can I put something else out there quickly?
Absolutely. Come on, boy, need me to vamp.
Did anybody else see the disrespectful ad that they made Bam do with the playing cards?
Oh.
Is that what you call marketing? That's
the best they can do. I'm glad that you
worst thing ever.
I'm glad that you ended it right there. TJ seems to be ready. TJ, go ahead and get to what we didn't get to.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have breaking news. I have an announcement. It officially has went through. I just got off the phone with management. Don't know if I can announce this here, but I'm going to. Ladies and gentlemen, we have used your donation money and we have bought the arena. It is officially now known as the Basement Arena, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome. You can travel to our arena at any time. Y'all will get nothing from us. We are simply serving books of the basement underneath your seats at every game. So I hope y'all excited about it. But this is wonderful. Thank you for all the $2.99 donos, Darius, Jordan, Heather, James, Todd, all the OGs, James Pope. We got your insurance on the building, big dog. You already know. So, this is our gift to the people. I hope y'all are happy.
We do this for y'all, man. That's just, listen, bro. We do this for y'all, bro. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You just saw the picture. It's official.
Kyle Lowry's opening up a donut shop in concessions.
Easy.
Bubba's Burgers is coming to a stadium near you.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Cooks. You already know you got
First of all, King Cooks and Henry was going at it on the timeline. I was hungry as a motherfucker looking at that. Your boys there, they get it done. But yes, indeed.
Darius Jordan gets a private suite middle of the court.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
His likes are on display.
First of all, we gotta have limitations now. That boy likes. They going in the private section. They going in the private section, bro. He talking about naked 30 days. This is what happened. This is what happened when you
no more golden oldies. No more.
No, they gotta go.
You crazy. That's all in Darius Jordan Cougar bag. That's a Darius Jordan Cougar bag for sure. But Dwayne Dedmon is joining the Golden Oldies this week. What the fuck is you talking about? We're making some changes around this bitch.
There's a corridor that leads to one court. It's one half of a court, and you can go and you can watch Duncan shoot threes open all day, every day for the rest of his contract. He will never see the court again.
You see the boy Darius Jordan already out here making demands with the $30 dono. He talk about lights on display. Hey, big dog, for them $30, you got it. They could be up there. Hey, per TJ's request, Udonis Haslem, scrub from Championship Alley, won't be there no more.
You got to go.
You got to go, bro. No pictures of you up there. Listen, bro. Look, we're going to wrap this show up, but we got to predict this next game. We play the Bucks again at 1 o'clock. Is that Saturday? Yeah. I think we played them on Saturday at 1. I don't really know whether or not we going to be on Postgame. Yes, we is. You already know Maserati. The boy pulling out one time, so we'll see out there. But anyways, Stone, the boy feeling good?
They're not going to win 2 games in a row against the same team. We already know what it is. Giannis, he's going to be feeling good. He's going to get some of that great Miami Greek food they got down there. He's going to just soak in some sun, and he's going to come to work, and he's going to show why he's the best player on planet Earth, and they're going to win the game. But I expect it to be a battle. It seems like they got some good stuff clicking. I don't expect them to roll over. I want Bam to keep going. And I think he will. Hopefully we can get a good little Bam Giannis back and forth. That'd be nice. We don't need him to just be all defense. Let's see a little offense be offense, a little heavyweight boxing match. That'd be what I'd really like to see in the next game.
The Carter Heat heavyweights is a crazy ass barstone. I ain't gonna hold you. They're not that.
Bam carry himself like one. You already know what
Hey,
it is.
listen, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, I can't argue with Bam. The team is 3 games over 500. You know what I'm saying? So we're slightly better than mid, I guess. Bubble, the boy feeling good?
I'm feeling fantastic. This is a scheduled loss for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a scheduled loss. Back-to-back games in Miami, Friday night off. You're going to be in downtown Miami, South Beach, anywhere, all night. 1 o'clock tip-off. Dudes are waking up at 11 from the hangover. We're going to be fucking moving great on Saturday. What do you think they're doing in Milwaukee for these home games? These dudes aren't having fun. They're locked in, win a championship. They got to take these moments that they have during the season. Can't take them for granted. A little bit of team bonding tomorrow night at some club. I don't know where. 1 p.m., though? That's an early-ass tip-off. I like the Heat. I think we're going to come out with more intensity, and I think the Bucks are going to be hungover. And to answer Letitia's comment, I am just waiting for Sunday, and I would trade a singular Dolphin playoff victory, and the Heat could literally lose the next 50 games, and I would not care.
You can shut the fuck up and get the hell out of this.
We'd get Scoot, and we win a playoff game. Oh.
And your ass would be hosting the post-game show because I would not fucking be here for that shit. Game 7, I'm out, bitch. Frank, I already got my scheduled rest coming up. But the game 7 of a 50-game losing streak, you got me fucked up. I would not be here. Go ahead, Stone.
About that comment about the schedule loss, half our roster right now is from CU Falls. So this is also a schedule loss for us. We got a bunch of G Leaguers. You don't think they're going to be going out in Miami on Friday night? Like, I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily an advantage for us here.
First of all, Stone, where the fuck is CU Falls? It's
wherever the
Falls.
G League. Whatever, man.
It's in, I think it's in North Dakota or South Dakota. One of the Dakotas. Neither one of them are real states. George, the boy feeling good?
This could be the first time we see a Tyler Herro performance against a good team. Let's see. Oh, I cannot wait to see when Tyler Herro versus Drew Holiday and drops a 40 piece on him. If that happens,
Herro's not even going to play. That's why we're going to win.
Herro will play.
He just had the kid today. I don't think he might not play.
What? He cheated on her like 6 months ago. Like he gives a shit.
The fuck up, George.
No.
God damn, bro. Why you bringing up? Oh, see, this is why you don't bring George around when you go to the parties with the hoes, bro. He started talking about your transgressions and whatnot.
History
bro.
lessons.
Listen, bro. Only thing we talk about today is Tyler Herro being a newfound father, happily family man. George, you can't come around the hole, bro. I can't have that. No, that's a flagrant. That you get suspended for 2 shows for that there, bro. God damn, leave my boy. God damn, George. George, you have violated multiple. You have multiple infractions on this show alone, George. Your quarterly review is gonna be fucking disgusting. TJ, take notes, please. TJ, the boy feeling good?
Oh my God, you know how we feeling. The boy is feeling lovely. I said tonight would be a massacre, but I was under the impression that Giannis was playing. However, I think he soon makes his return, and we'll see him on Saturday. And my God, it's coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Cap.
It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. The L that we've been waiting for this team to take against the Milwaukee Bucks, excuse me. Oh, it's coming on Saturday, 1 p.m. I hope to see you there. That is an early tip. Post game finishing at like 4:30. Ooh.
I get to be with my family today. Oh my God.
Crazy.
I get to be a father and a husband.
You feel me?
My
Get some good sleep. I might go to bed 6. Oh my goodness.
6 o'clock. 5:30.
Yeah.
5:30. I'm gonna be bright
cooking,
eyed and
big
bushy.
dog.
I'm gonna be bright eyed and bushy tailed for that Dolphin L on Sunday. I'm not gonna hold you, God. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. They gonna get smacked though. Yeah, they're gonna lose by like 25. No count.
So one of the things that I want to do before I get to my customary line is that I forgot to mention how we made other folks defensive player of the year look like absolute trash out there this evening. Okay, I want to make sure that we don't get out of here without mentioning that Brook Lopez has been lauded as an elite defender in the NBA this year. We had several motherfuckers give him the word tonight. I see Gabe give him a little bit. Bam gave him a lot of bit. Even Maximilian gave him a little bit out there. Come on.
How did people take him seriously as a defender when he runs like a Titan from Attack on Titan? How did you seriously take him seriously when he's moving up and down like that? Like the Beast Titan just transformed him, bro. This dude is fucking lying to all of y'all. Like it's just Giannis is not only extending contracts for his teammates, it's getting them the ball. He's careers narratives just because you're associated with him. You are a defensive player of the year. He's not even the best defensive player on his team. He's not even top 2.
Maserati.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. This shit's so fixed. I already can. DPOY is gonna be Claxton. They're gonna hype him up. I already know that hype machine in Brooklyn, how it's gonna cook, and that's when I'm gonna become completely unhinged. Because this shit.
Give me a couple of weeks, though, Stone. Kid, he not there this week, Claxton. Or we gonna see how much DPOY he doing out there without Kevin Durant. That's gonna be.
I know.
A teller. That's gonna be a teller. But oh yeah, I forgot to tell you.
They just keep snubbing my dog. Why? He's getting snubbed for the All-Star game. He's gonna get snubbed for DPOY again.
Cook TJ.
Stone is a very simple answer to that question. He plays for the Miami Heat. They don't do any type of advertising for this man. The only commercial that he was in was that stupid thing for the 90s where he. I'm so disgusted with this franchise. Exactly, the fucking trading cards.
Ronnie Seakley.
It don't help that this roster is get it out the mud, so don't nobody want to see him when they on TV. It's Orlando Robinson who's starting, and then you get these master classes, right, where everybody's favorite, Brook Lopez, he was supposed to be favorite for DPOY. He gets absolutely exposed, and that's on Bally Sports, my guy. Nobody's seeing it. Nobody watching these games, bro. So it's the Miami Heat's fault, bro. It's the Miami Heat fault. They don't market this man, and when they do market him, he's doing goofy shit. So, blame Miami.
The best player on a 500 team will never get the accolades that we think he deserves. And that's the reality for Bam this season. He's the best player on a
He's a starting center on Team USA, though. I mean, he should
also
get,
true.
More respect.
That's also true, but Keldon Johnson was on Team USA.
I feel like the NBA kind of blackballs him too, because when they show big guys in these commercials, it's just Joel and Nikola and
because their own teams market them, Stone. Their own teams put them on a pedestal as the best players on their team. The Heat don't market Bam as the best player, the most they market Jimmy Butler as the best player, Tyler Herro as the most marketable, and that's kind of
Tyler Herro has to have the biggest brand to talent ratio. His is so fucking off, bro.
Brand to talent to personality ratio.
Yeah.
Tyler Herro has zero bag in terms of a personality, but yet he is put on this pedestal because he is the blackest white good basketball player in the league. And that is just kind of where he lands. And so, y'all know how I feel. Fuck him. So, I forgot to let y'all know in reality what's going to happen in this next game. He going to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? We back to that. I lied last game, talking about I was finna stop that shit. I'm not, because the Heat not finna stop that shit. Play the same lineup, get the same results. I don't give a fuck if Giannis is playing. He gonna get the work that Brook got tonight from Bam Adebayo. That's what y'all can put in the bank. Bam Adebayo is him. He's gonna do this. He's gonna carry this team, and Jimmy Butler is gonna fill in the blanks. Easy. Duh. Jamal Cain, rotation player. Haywood Highsmith, Pack him up, please. Just don't play him no more. We stop that. Erik, John, Spoelstra, I beg of you, from Portland, Oregon, please stop playing this man at basketball. He is not good. Gabe, 28 more. Fuck is you talking about? Drew can't guard that boy. It's just the reality. You know, I can't tell you what I think. I can tell you what I've seen, though. Drew can't guard Gabe Vincent, and that's the reality. So he's going to do it again next time. So thank you guys in the comments, as always, for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guy Stone, Bubba, George, Cain, TJ, and, of course, Cain Justin in the back for producing this shit. We'll see y'all next time. Play the video, Justin.
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight. Hey, come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no, friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.